and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, divine masculine. Welcome into your reading, guys, for another week of energies in the collective twin flame energy. Okay, this will be for the collective divine masculine group from the 26th of November until the next 6 to 7 days. And we'll see what the energies are talking about around this portion in time. And before I could ask or call my spirit, they show up right here. So we'll take this card. But again, let's call upon a divine guide, angel, spirit, ancestors into this reading for you, divine masculine. Okay? And let's see what your energies are coming up at this point in time. So Spirit has already jumped into this reading, guys. We'll continue with this. And let's see the next two set of messages for this reading in here. And then we can clarify and see what it talks about. Can I have two more cards, please? Two more cards for the divine. Wow, too many cards, guys. Hold on. For the divine masculine, please. Can I have two more cards, please? So there is a lot of spiritual guidance you're going to get for sure, 100%. During this portion in time, pay attention to yourself, divine masculine. There will be a lot of new ways of understanding things for you at this point. You will get to hear, listen. Some of you could even get into some kind of creative part of the story, right? Could be writing love songs. You never know, right? Some of you could be turning into poets, artists, painters. Because when you go, you know what is the best part of this creative thing that I have realized over ages and years of experience, that when you are really bottled down with a lot of things in your life, you want some kind of relief as well, right? Some kind of relief that brings in a lot of happiness in your life. And I've seen when you're too pent up with a lot of things you're struggling with in your personal life, if you can divert your attention to something which brings you back your own happiness, your own joy, it gives you a lot of sense of relief in yourself, because your mind is diverted. You are engaging yourself with something or into something that makes you happy. It's also an achievement. It is also a part of your achievement where maybe you haven't had the fun with before, right? And then all of a sudden you kind of experience that spark of creativity, which is like, oh wow, I didn't know I can paint, or I didn't know I can actually write, or maybe get into something more artistic, lyrics, a song, anything that you could. I'm not saying you have to be a professional. Nobody is. And people who are professionals, they do it for commercial purpose, right? They do it for money. But you are doing it more for your own self happiness. So whenever you do anything creative, that could be cooking, art, painting, singing, dancing, maybe some of you. Anything that shakes up your whole energy level, you will notice that, you're feeling different. Because otherwise you're sitting in that same energy You're thinking about the same things. You're going through the same story over and over again. There is no diversion. You need to be in a different energy, guys, right? And to be in a different energy, as I told you, you don't have to do it professionally. You don't have to show it to people. You're doing it only to please yourself. And then you none of you know it, you don't know that all of a sudden you will discover that you do have a flair for some kind of an art that probably you haven't really experimented with before in your life, right? So anything can happen. And that is what they're saying, the vast universe. This is your spirit card, right? They're saying this, that, you have a lot of things you haven't yet touched. And universe is opening your doors. Divine masculine, they want you to move forward in your own path first, right? Doing things that makes you happy. They're showing you the way. They're clearing your road. Now it's up to you if you want to take it, you don't want to take it, but it's completely up to your understanding. But definitely, they will be guiding you to move forward and do something that brings back your own joy, right? Some of you want to paint. Go ahead, buy a blank canvas, buy a few brushes, get some paint on the canvas, get working. Again, you don't have to be a perfectionist. You don't have to be a Picasso or a Michelangelo, right? You can be you. So that is who, that's what they're telling you here, is what the message is. Do something to make yourself feel fulfilled. Don't sit in that energy, 9 to 5 work, come back home, and then again go into that same energy. There is nothing more in your life that will change unless you change your own routine to make yourself happy. That's important for you, right? So think about it, guys. Then you have two cards that flew out at the same time, so I'm going to take both. The first is commitment and the second is a teacher, right? So there is something that you are going to learn, or somebody will teach you something, that you will be committed towards. Like I said, something creative. Just pick up, maybe some of you guys had maybe you'll have a musical instrument at home, right? Maybe at one point in time, once upon a time, you played some musical instrument in your life, and then you haven't touched it because you didn't have the time, you didn't have that energy, right? But now it's the time for you to be committed to some new learning in your life. That again, it could be a creative learning that universe is saying, do it. They're showing you, they're guiding you, they're giving you that, they're clearing your road, right? Some of you guys could be attending workshops. Anything, it could be drama, plays. Maybe some of you guys have a flair for acting, and yet you haven't taken it seriously. Again, not professionally, but just as an amateur, right? You can try out. Join a drama group, join a play group, or whatever. Like anything that brings about because at this point, they're saying that if you have the will, to commit to something, you will have people coming forward to help you learn something better in your own life. So you will be getting that kind of an energy, or you will be meeting people around this portion in time who will bring forward a lot of new vibrations that makes you happy, or that will make you happy, right? The cycle is decreased. We'll go to the bottom of the story later on, because now they are saying that you have to come out of the cycle. The cycle is getting over. Whatever you have lost, it's gone. It's over. It's done with. That loss could be personal. It could be very hurtful. Some of you could have professional losses, anything that has had to decrease, has decreased or will be decreasing. But now, as this decrease cycle evaporates, dissipates, vanishes, right? You will get into a new cycle of life that's going to bring you back your own happiness, your own joy, your own fulfillment. Okay? Now we'll check the energies, guys, because again, energies can change anytime. So we'll see. But as of now, we are getting these messages and then we'll move forward, of course. But with the spirit card of the vast universe, they are telling you there is a lot of opportunity that you even haven't tapped in. Maybe, like I said, you haven't volunteered. You haven't had the time, the effort, the energy, or the money, whatever that situation. There are a lot of things out there that you haven't explored. You really haven't explored. There is a lot of potential in life that you need to now work with, or you will be given the opportunity to work with it. Lot of new things, lot of things that make you happy, lot of things that bring in a lot of fulfillment in your life, Divine Masculine. I'm very happy to see this. Let's look into the cards now. Please talk to me about the vast universe. But there is something that will lead you into that story, right? Something that will come forward to you, and you have to cross that extra mile towards that story, right? So again, you will have to take that initiative. Again, if opportunity knocks on your door, don't ignore it, guys. That's what they're saying. Opportunities are very rare, right? When they come, don't ignore it. So take those moments, that opportunity, work with that opportunity, and figure it out. Because Spirit is telling you that you really haven't explored your options. You don't even know, maybe some of you guys don't even know what is that artistic flair that is, it's sitting inside of you and you haven't even tapped it. Please talk to me about the creative endeavor. You haven't even given an opportunity to yourself. Divine Masculine is what I'm getting, that to bring it forth. And again, like I said, nothing to do with being a professional singer, a professional artist, or a musician. No. No, it's completely up to you for only yourself. That's it. Only for yourself. Please talk to me about the commitment and teacher. And this is where you will find somebody who could be very committed towards teaching you or guiding you, or that you will be learning from that individual or that person about something that really brings back a lot of happiness in yourself, right? Please talk to me about the commitment and the teacher here. So that's a good story, guys. That's a very, 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 very good story. I love it. Okay. Now I'm going to be using the same deck because I feel that sometimes the messages from the same deck is better than messages from the other deck, but sometimes I feel like using the same deck. It is, of course, on what my spirit is telling me to do at this point in time. And then, of course, we need more clarifications. We will do that. But right now, see, Decrease and Chariot, they are asking you guys that you want your victory, right? You definitely want to be victorious, but you definitely have to have a lot of mental and emotional balance in yourself, right? Because some of you guys, again, like I said, could be changing directions in your life. Some of you guys could be wanting to travel for more success story in your life. There could be a lot of trouble. There could be a lot of adversaries at this point. Maybe you will find a lot of conflict or oppositions as you want to get into this energy. But then reconcile with those opposing or oppositions or opposite forces, right? Don't argue with it. um, don't jump into any kind of fight. Just reconcile. That's what they're saying. And to reconcile and to move forward, you will definitely need a lot of emotional and mental uh, strength. That's very important for you at this point in time. Okay. Now, with the vast universe, guys, you get the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles, right? So you have been going through this period where you don't know if you can do something on a long term, for a long term purpose, or bring in wealth, happiness. You have been thinking, you have been juggling with a lot of situation. It could be money, it could be emotions, it could be mental conflict, it could be challenges in your life that you have been, kind of up and down with this situation. Some of you guys could be playing with your finances, right? Because that's the Two of Pentacles talks about a very earth energy here. Or some of you guys could be balancing out a lot of emotions and mental situation that also involves time management, like what you do now, what you do later, what you do in the during the evening hours. How do you kind of create a routine for yourself? How do you manage your time? Which is a little bit difficult, right? Which is definitely, you're playing with a lot of things around this portion in time I'm getting. And you could be feeling that up and down energy, that sometimes you're able to do it, sometimes you're not being able to keep up with your schedule, right? Maybe some of you guys have a deadline to meet, and for work purpose, and you're finding it difficult because you're juggling through a lot of other situations or activities. So very important to have your priorities in place here. So what is the priority? What is, if I were you guys, as a part of the advice, I would make a list, right? I would make a list which gives me the priorities. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the most important? What is really urgent? What is could be waiting a little bit longer, or what can wait even a little bit more longer? So that is your priority. What do you need to attend to right away, without which things will not be good for you? So that is your status of priority, right? Where you probably have a lot of things going on, personal, professional projects that you are looking into at this point. But very important for you guys, that juggling doesn't really help, because when you do a lot of juggling, you tend to forget. You tend to forget what is right, what is the thing that you need to pay attention to. Your priorities get all muddled up because you are not paying attention to that story that requires your attention. You're more into juggling, right? You're more into juggling things quickly. So, for which, like I told you, if you can make a list of priorities, this is the work, this is what I need to do. Maybe there is a deadline, this is what I need to attend to. Those are the things that I need to look into. Very important for you around this portion in time, guys, is to balance yourself, because some of you guys could be feeling that energy that you have too much too much on your hand. And to move forward, you have to be very stable, right? Because the window of opportunity is opening up for you. So if the window of opportunity opens up for you, and you want to go out, you want to move, some of you want to travel, some of you want to see the world, some of you want to explore a lot of options, potentials, things that you haven't really tapped into, you need to really find a balance, in order for that Ace of Pentacles, because you got the Ace, so the timing is right at this point. But this timing being right doesn't mean that this timing will stay right forever. Aces come and aces disappear. So when ace shows up in a reading, it definitely talks about the timing being perfect for you. Okay, where you can manifest new things in the tangible world. Whatever that tangible world opportunity is presenting itself to you. Could be monetary security, could be property, any kind of inheritance for some of you, right? New job, new pay raise, anything. New car, new home, something very tangible in this situation. You need to balance yourself, or else it will be difficult for you to feel the urgency of that matter and take action, because the timing is here. So whatever you touch around this portion in time is going to reap its reward in the physical world, right? Which is again going towards your Ten of Pentacles. This is something that if you start now, this will bring you your long-term prosperity, your happiness, right? There could be a lot of, for some of you, inheritance from your family members, or from your father, from your aunt, from whatever, right? It can be also that. But it also could be that some of you are selling new homes, buying new property, or selling off old investment, right? Buying new investment for yourself. But something that you have to pay attention to at this point in time is very important for you to move forward. That's what they're saying. But if you keep juggling all the time, you will not be able to focus on your priority. So your priority has to be straightened out around this portion in time, is what the message over here is, guys. Please talk to me about the Two of Pentacles. That's what they're saying, that you have been doing this for a long time, right? Juggling. Yeah, liberate yourself from that situation. The Sun, they're telling you that it's time to find your joy, your prosperity, your happiness, your love, your satisfaction, your hope, everything that you want for yourself. Universe is saying you will find it. The timing is here, right? The timing is here for anything that you touch. So liberate yourself from that kind of a situation and change your whole understanding, because this is the right time. Divine Masculine, you are coming in contact with around this portion in time. Please talk to me about the Ace of Pentacles. And like I said, aces come and aces go away quickly. So take this opportunity, whatever you have to do. But again, remember that don't waste this period, because this time goes, you have to wait for that ace to return back, right? So this is the time they're telling you, make use of the situation. The Seven of Wands. Yeah. Whatever that you need to do, liberate yourself, for which if you want to put up boundaries, right? But don't let people come in between you and your happiness. Don't let people come between you and your prosperity, or your hope, or your joy, or your love, anything that you want, your satisfaction, right? Put up boundaries. And be, mold yourself in such a way, guys, that you are in an advantageous position, where you are strong and stable enough to defend yourself for something that you want to do. But you have to be strong. It's going to be a challenge, right? The King of Wands. Yeah, you have to take on that challenge as the King of Wands, as the entrepreneur. You have to fight it out, right? You have to be, you want it all, but you have to be ambitious enough. You have to be ambitious enough to do it. And for some of you, if you have a mentor, you have a boss, you could be learning from that person, how that person has worked their way up the ladder. And that is exactly where you have to put your foot down and say that, no, I need a pay rise, or I need a management position, or I need a higher management position, right? And there could be other people who could be saying, oh no, there could be competition, there could be fights, but you have to put yourself in a position, guys, where they cannot do without you, and for which you will need to put up boundaries. Don't talk about this situation to everybody that you meet, but just have boundaries. Know how much you have to share and know how much you have to keep for yourself, right? That will also be an advantageous position for you, because people will not know what you are planning or what you are trying to do, or what your mode of action is. The moment you put up boundaries, you see, when others are not able to figure out what you're going to do the next moment, that's when people are a little bit skeptical and maybe even scared, because they don't know what you're going to tell them, or what you're going to say, or what is that you will be doing. So you have to put yourself in that position where you take back that control and put yourself in that advantageous position where others will find it a little bit of a problem to even approach you or say anything which is not right, right? And that is, if you could be possibly coming in contact with somebody in your life, a mentor, a guide, who could be telling you to do that. Who could be telling you to do that as well, I'm getting. Please talk to me about the Ten of Pentacles, because the Ten of Pentacles is talking about a long-term investment, a domestic happiness, a home. Some of you guys could be, like I said, selling off an old property, selling off old stocks, investment, bonds, anything that you had. Anything that you had, right? The world in the reverse, because this is an unfinished business. So you have to finish that business, for which you need to be very strong, guys, right? You have to finish this business that is still not over. Whatever that you want to achieve, you have to fight for it now. That's what they're saying here. Right? That's what they're saying here. So whatever you have started in your life so long in the tangible world, you have to finish that story, right? Because you could have gone through failure, you could have gone through a lot of stagnation in your life that you haven't been. So there is an unfinished business, and until you finish that unfinished business, you will not be able to move. That's what they're saying. So, Three of Wands. Yeah, some of you guys could be even seeking assistance now. Could be trying to understand how to work on this energy, because you are being guided to complete something that you haven't yet completed. And if you have to complete that, you guys have to bring back your title and tell people who you truly are, right? You have to be strong. You have to be motivated. You have to put up boundaries. You have to find that kind of an energy where you are like, I will stand up for my own belief. Whatever that belief in my life is, whatever I want to do, right? So there could be challenges, but you have to fight that challenge in order to finish the unfinished business to move forward, right? So there is something that needs a closure that isn't still quite completed at this point in time. That closure has to happen. In your personal life is more what I'm getting, guys. That you really have been stuck and haven't found your happiness because you haven't been able to close something that is in your personal situation. Please talk to me about the vast universe here. Yeah, so that's what they're telling you, guys, that you have to be very, very strong around this portion in time. Yeah, complacency, right? Because that's where you had become very complacent. You were not enjoying this, let me tell you that. But then you were not even, you had a lack of energy. You know, there was inertia. Uh, you were not enjoying this situation, but then you were not taking action. You were going, you're like, okay, whatever I haven't got, yeah, workaholic. Yeah, you were not working for it. You were happy, not happy. I wouldn't say you were happy, guys, but you were more like, it's okay, whatever I have, right? You were not really, you were not an achiever. That's what I wanted to say. You were not fighting to achieve your goal, your purpose, your happiness, your love, your satisfaction, your joy, your vitality. You were like, okay, under the sun, under the weather, not doing much. And that's what they're saying, that if you continue doing that, guys, this area of opportunity will leave you. So you have to really stand up and fight for your own right. You have to stand up and put up boundaries and fight for what is right and you believe in. Okay. A creative endeavor. So there is something you want to do, again, and for which you might have to fight and find your joy. It can be as simple as that. When others are like, oh, you haven't ever pursued a hobby. You haven't ever touched a guitar, maybe. You haven't ever touched a paintbrush, maybe. How can you even think about doing? You get those kind of negative vibes from others around you who don't want you to move forward or who don't want you to enjoy life. And they will always try and pull you down and give you negative feelings about the whole situation, not giving you the exact motivation. That's the word I'm looking for. Right? Not giving you that exact motivation to say that, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. And that's where, you have to close something in order to find your own happiness. When you are sitting and feeling bitter and cold, nothing is growing, nothing is moving, and yet you are stuck in the same spot. Right? Whereas Spirit is saying, get up and get moving. So with the creative endeavor, guys, you get the Lovers, the Lovers, the Five of Swords, and the Fool card. So definitely, it's a learning lesson that you have not done anything for yourself. You're coming to your understanding that, you are stuck in a situation with somebody where you possibly have made the wrong choice in your life. Because there could be relationship issues that you had been committed, but when you were not sure if you want to commit to that, but you have committed, right? But at the same time, there is a lot of doubt about that situation that you are learning a lesson from, that you have faced a lot of defeat in this energy. with whosoever you have chosen to partner up in your life. When you're coming to your understanding that because of this Five of Sword energy, you have come to a no-win situation with somebody you have committed to, right? And you could be in a dilemma now, what to do. Because it's an empty victory, and you know that. But it's also a learning lesson in your life. And there could be a lot of strife, lot of tension at this point in time with your partner, with somebody that you have chosen to live with, or you made a choice, right? And both of you guys could be your karmic partner are, in a very unhealthy competition with one another, trying to always pull one another down instead of pushing them forward, right? So, yeah, there is a lot of strife between two people here. With now you're coming to your understanding divine masculine, then you not only have made a very wrong choice, but it has been a choice where there has been loss, defeat, and betrayal. Everything has worked in that karmic relationship that you are tied up with in your life. From where you want to release yourself, the Fool. Look, you want to start brand new in your life. Yeah. You want to get out of that relationship that brings it no joy, no happiness. You want to do something for your own purpose now. You want to be that free spirit without tensions in your life. You want to take that leap of faith towards the unknown. You don't know where your destination is, but you still want to do that because you have learned a lesson from your own life experience. Right? Where you have taken a leap of faith once towards argument, strife, tension, unhealthy competition in your life between two people where there is no happiness, no peace, and you want a new beginning for yourself. You want to enjoy life now. So what I'm getting, but let's see. Please talk to me about the Lovers, because this is a situation, guys, where you are in a dilemma is more I'm getting what you need to do now. Right? You're coming to the point of that dilemma here is you're finding it difficult to understand how you're going to tackle the situation where there is nothing but unhealthy competition, betrayal, empty victory, argument, tension, strife, everything that is going on between two people here, right? Which is where Lovers is talking about. Yeah, look, Three of Swords right away. Three of Swords, lot of tension, lot of heartbreak, lot of conflict. And that could be again where three people are involved in this situation, not just two people. There could be a third person involved here as well. Right? But you want to separate yourself from that pain. You want to. Where you want to clean the ground for something new and fresh in your life because you have been going through this suffering for a long time with the Nine of Cups where your wishes have not come true because of the pain. You need to heal now. Right? You need to heal to bring back that happiness in yourself. You need to heal and count your blessings that whatever you have learned is also a form and part of your blessings, because if this hadn't happened, a lot of things you wouldn't have realized. Maybe you wouldn't have got your divine feminine. That's your blessing. That because of your understanding here, you need to count your blessings, and that's where she appears, the Queen of Swords. That she is probably the one right here who is your blessing in disguise, right? She's the one. She's that intelligent. She pays attention to detail. She's not only independent and organized. You're feeling that, that energy I'm getting here, guys, is that you're thinking that if you hadn't had her, maybe it would have been very difficult for you to have gone through this pain all alone by yourself. But somewhere, because of her, there is a support in your life. That's your support that you can go to, because she's intelligent. She knows everything, right? She has her own very strong perception in life. She also knows how to conceal her emotions. She's been very hurt, but she hasn't told you. She has covered it up many a times. And today you're feeling kind of blessed to have her, because you know the amount of pain that she has gone through. And yet she hasn't really given you a hard time. She has faced a dilemma on her own, and that's because you have made the wrong choice with somebody in your life where she has been terribly hurt. But now you feel that because of her, that you got her back. It's a blessing in disguise, and because of her, you could take that pain. And because of her understanding, you have managed to come this far, right? The Five of Swords, it's a learning lesson. The Empress, yeah. She's your Empress, and you know that. And you are feeling that energy, that if she hadn't been there for you or with you or supporting you through all the turmoil, where she has covered her own hurt without talking to you, without telling you, that's something that you can count your blessings. That if there was somebody else in her position for you, that person would have made your life miserable. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? But because she's the Empress, because she's somebody who has that abundance, you know what I mean? Who is your spiritual reason for your spiritual growth. Count your blessings, guys. Count your blessings, right? Just talk to me about the Five of Swords, because this is your understanding. Yes, in the Page of Wands, you want to move forward. You want to expand yourself. You want to travel, because you're getting that, that energy from her, that now it's time for you to cut off all the BS in your life that has been causing you a lot of tension. And she has shown you the way. Somewhere she is responsible for having given you that clarity of mind, that this is what you need to do now. You need to walk away from that situation. You need to bring back a lot of creativity in yourself. The Page of Wands is a lot of creativity, of news, of messages, some creative endeavor of chasing some adventure, where there is some kind of risk involved as well, right? With the Nine of Wands in the reverse, where, there could be obstacles where you could have had that, where you were hesitant in yourself to start something fresh because you could not pick up on that energy, but now you're picking up on that energy. You're vibing in that Queen of Swords energy where you're telling yourself, I can do it. I can do it. I'm not a weak person. Because you have observed, you have learned, you're vibing with her, is what I'm getting. You're more so vibing with her energy, where she is the one who loves to travel, discover new things, has a lot of creativity in her, chasing it. She's adventurous, let me tell you that. And for which she will not let anything come in her way. Right? So you are vibing along with her energy is more what I'm getting to start something brand new. Please talk to me about the Fool card here. You want to travel, you want to see the world, where you had been sitting all complacent and doing nothing, not moving, not going outdoors. Maybe some of you have retired and have not moved outside, and could be anything, right? The Knight of Wands in the reverse. See? That in and out energy is being blocked. It's being blocked. So whatever you have not been able to do before, where things have also got cancelled for you, you want to restart that whole situation again. Where there was disruption in your life, where you did not receive the right message for some of you to have gone far ahead, or where there was this in and out, very hasty kind of addictive energy that you were not able to settle yourself and decide what you really have to do now. So there was definitely a block, right? Which is the Eight of Cups, where priorities now need to be focused on. There has to be a lot of priorities that need a lot of change at this point in time in order for you to leave the past behind and do something better with your own creativity. Please talk to me about the Knight of Wands in the reverse. And you're realizing that because you had that kind of an energy, guys, you were not able to settle your own situation here. Yeah, the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups, right? This is what you want now. You want to commit. You want to find help. It's like two people helping each other towards a greater achievement, a milestone in your life. From all that delay that has happened in your life with your divine feminine. Right? So now it's a time that's coming up in here that's telling me, guys, that, that union is coming back into shape and form. It's a loving union. It's a relationship. It's time to be engaged with each other. It's time to, put that ring on the finger. It's a time for a contract to happen, for a bond to be sealed, right? It's a time for good fortune to come back in your life where two people are simultaneously working with each other in order to create, harmony and bring back a lot of balance in your own situation, in your own life. And this is what you're vibing with her, because she is not saying that, but she is showing you the way with her attitude, and you can feel that energy, right? The King of Wands. Again, you have to be the entrepreneur. You have to be the boss in this situation. You also have to be the leader in order to do exactly what is that spirit is showing you. You have to be that person. right? So you have to take that initiative now, Divine Masculine. You're vibing, like I said, you're vibing with her. That's one part of the story. You know what she wants from you. She knows what you need to do now, right? But at the same time, you have to take that leadership role here. That's what I'm getting here. You have to be the leader. Please talk to me about the creative endeavor here. You have to move. You have to make that first move here, guys. You have to be the leader. Please talk to me about the creative endeavor, which means if you have to sing for her, write some lyrics for her, do something that makes her happy, please go ahead, feel free. Perfection, yeah. You have to perfect yourself on this situation here, whatever that is showing up in here. How do you make things look perfect now for you? Dissipating from a place that you haven't moved, basically. So you have to work. You have to perfect. You have to also have a perfect plan. That's also what I'm getting, right? You have to have a perfect plan here, for which you need a lot of creativity here as well, because a plan will just not come to you, right? You have to work on that. In order to bring back the fruit of success, you have to plan yourself very well, Divine Masculine. Okay. The next part is commitment and teacher. So as I said, somebody could be teaching you about commitment as well. What is that you need? Maybe you have a fear of commitment, right? Maybe you are scared of committing in this situation. You want to commit, right? But again, there is a learning process. What real commitment means, how actual commitment works, when two people work simultaneously together, right? To bring back the joy and happiness, that's real commitment. So you will be learning about that situation. Or somebody could be coming in your life, as you move forward, to tell you and show you what real commitment means, because you could be coming across a couple here as well. For some, I'm even getting that, with whom you will notice how they are committed to helping one another in their daily life, right? So that kind of an energy I'm getting is, it's like you will learn. They could be your teachers without you knowing about that. They could be teaching you about how two people can work harmoniously with one another, help one another to progress in life, right? So that could be the story out here, but we'll see. Then you have the King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Four of Pentacles. So you're definitely taking time in yourself, guys, to understand how you discipline yourself. The King of Pentacles is all about your career, your money, your stability, your power, but you need a lot of discipline to control all that situation, right? It could be about your finance. How do you take control of your finance? How do you treat yourself in a disciplined way? Pay your credit cards on time. Do not slack off on the payment of your bills, whatever that situation could be. That's talking about discipline. That's talking about control of your power and discipline, which is where some of you could have gone through a lot of problems, maybe with your credit cards, for example, or maybe with your stocks, when you haven't paid attention And then all of a sudden you see your prices, your stocks, your share prices have dropped, and you haven't been able to deal with that loss, right? So anything of that sort where you have to learn to be very secured in yourself, very important, right? You have to be patient, you have to be wise, and you have to be very secure. And this is where you are giving yourself a lot of time around this portion to reflect on your own strength as well as your weakness. So you will be reevaluating. You'll be reevaluating or reflecting, excuse me, right? Reflecting on where you have gone wrong. What is that portion in life that you need to correct? Where is that you could have done better and you did not, you slacked off, right? So you will be going through a lot of soul searching about your own quality, not about anybody else. Where you have gone wrong, where is the correction? What is that you need to correct now? Where do you have to put your focus on? Instead of juggling all over the place, where do you need to settle and put your focus on? Very important for you around this portion in time, guys. Okay, please talk to me about the King of Pentacles. So you will be doing a lot of reflection on your own security is what I'm getting. Because somewhere you have not been feeling secured because of the Four of Pentacles, right? So now you want to feel happy, satisfied, wise, and secured, right? In order for your victory, the Six of Wands. In order to move ahead, in order to be recognized by people, in order to be victorious, because somewhere you had an empty victory in life. Remember, I said? So to turn the table, to flip your coin again, you have to become victorious. From that battle, from that empty victory, where you have had this discontent, boredom, you were not doing anything, you will all of a sudden find yourself doing a lot in order for your own victory, or trying to understand how to be victorious once again from that defeat. You had a defeat energy, right? So you want to move out of that defeat energy, is more what I'm getting, right? Where you were being left out, feeling left out, like apathy of emotion. Like you were feeling like the world is out there to get you and nobody cares for you. It's not the truth. Everybody cares for you, especially your divine feminine. But you have to learn to take care of yourself first, right? So how do you change and flip your coin from that empty victory into becoming more victorious? Is your time for reflection, guys. Please talk to me about the Hermit. That's your commitment in your understanding as well. You have to give yourself a lot of time to understand this kind of a commitment that you have to learn as well from people around you, or you will see people who are committed and dedicated to working with each other in order to improve on their own path of victory, right? So with the Hermit, you get the Two of Swords, obviously. Stalemate energy. You're not moving, you're thinking about it. It's a difficult choice to become victorious again. It's not going to be easy to flip the coin, guys. Let me tell you right away. But you have to do it. Right? So it's going to be a little bit of a stalemate energy with the Page of Swords, right? Because you could be scared about somebody watching you around this portion in time to see what you do. It can be that too. Somebody could be spying on you at this point. So maybe because of that, you are not going to reveal or show any kind of response to your own plan here, is also a part of this story. But internally, right? Internally, you are going through this whole idea, whereas externally, maybe you are showing the world that it's okay. I'm perfectly fine. I'm not saying anything. I'm not looking at anything. I'm not talking about anything. Right? I'm just sitting in a stalemate energy because there could be somebody in my life who is watching you at this point, and who could be a very deceitful, spiteful personality here. So you have to keep your guard up. Don't show any kind of activity outside. Whatever you're doing inside, keep doing that, but outside pretend everything is okay. Divine masculine, because somebody over here is closely observing you. Yeah, Empress, right? Because they know that you could be looking at a different situation for your own fertility and growth. So you have to be very, very, very smart here, guys. Very smart. So whatever internally you're planning to do, keep that to yourself. Put up boundaries. Don't show any reaction outside, and do your thinking, right? You're intelligent. So take your time, right? Take your time, do your calculations well by yourself, but don't show it in the outside. Don't talk about it. That's what they're saying. Don't talk about your plans at this point in time. Whatever plans you have, keep it to yourself, because you could have enemies around you. Okay, please talk to me about the Four of Pentacles. And that is where you have to be very careful with your money as well, and your financial stability and control. Yeah, judgment, right? This is where you will be getting a second chance to improve upon the quality of your life, guys. You will be getting a second chance, where definitely, you could have been judged for your past actions by some of you as well, that you haven't done things in the right way before. But there is a possibility, again, coming back to you as a part of your spiritual awakening, right? That you could find liberation from that situation, where perhaps you wanted to move, but you haven't been able to move because you were scared of somebody in your life as well. So that also could be a part of your past action, from where you want to be liberated, and this is where you're learning about some kind of commitment that you have to take on in order to liberate yourself and find a second chance in your life with somebody that you love again, or not love again, but that you love, basically, right? There is a second chance for sure. Yeah, with the Five of Wands. Yeah, this has been a learning lesson for you guys. It's been a big time learning lesson about the situation that you guys have been, in there has been personality clash between you and your divine feminine, but that is being liberated. That portion is going away. Okay, peace is returning back into the situation for you, but you have to be very, very, because you're discovering your own truth. You're also discovering your own truth here, guys, that what you have done before was wrong. You haven't taken action on what you had because you could, you were facing a difficult choice that you could not compromise with. And you were scared with somebody in your life as well. That energy is still there, so that person is very much existing. Somebody who is very spiteful, very unscrupulous element. Could be your business rival, could be your spouse, could be somebody that is not the right category of person for you in your life, right? So that person could have actually caused you a lot of financial damage as well. When you haven't taken, it was difficult for you to make a choice in order to compete with that energy of somebody who was extremely manipulative, clever, and skilled. That also could be a part of the story here. So, all in all, you want your victory, you want back your power, you want back your stability, you want to be secured once again, and you'll be getting a second chance. You will, right? Please talk to me about the Judgment card. You will be getting a second chance to bring back things in the right way. Yeah, the Four of Cups, right? Where you have had missed opportunities in your life that you were not able to liberate yourself from. The Four of Wands, yeah, the Four of Cups, the four, the Four of Pentacles, where you got completely stuck. You want to liberate yourself from that stuck situation. Please talk to me about the Four of Cups. And four is all about being stuck. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles, that's where their spirit is saying it's time to rebuild your own foundation again. Right? Page of Cups. Yeah, and bring back your own happiness. That's what you need to do. You have to start working on your own karma once again, guys. It's very, very important for you around this portion. Start doing the groundwork. Pay attention to details in your life. Wherever you have done, whatever you have done wrong, you need to improvise on that, correct that situation, and clear your own path. Clear your own path. Right? It's going to be a little bit tedious. It will require a lot of practice at your end to bring things to perfection. But if you start working today, you will see that you will perfect it. Right? That is where perfection is also required in your case, guys. Please talk to me about the commitment here. That's where perfection is required as well. So perfect your plan. Please talk to me about commitment. Where some kind of talent, you can also, some of you, if you discover you have a creative talent, you can turn that into an actual profession. Yeah, guilt. Yeah, there has been a lot of guilt sitting over you on this story in here, guys, that you need to get out of, liberate yourself, and rework. Start doing the groundwork to take control of that situation. Facade, yeah, that you haven't been able to commit, right? That you haven't been able to commit because you haven't done the right thing. You haven't perfected yourself. And without perfection, you cannot win anything, any situation, not just love, right? You need a perfect game plan. Please talk to me about the teacher here. And you have been under some kind of a facade that you were trying to work with. That's obviously not going to help you, Divine Masculine, right? So you need to really, really pay attention to this story here. Faith and insecurity, that's what they're saying. Have faith in yourself. Don't be insecure that you're going to get hurt. Pay attention, because this is a teacher, this is a learning that you need to bring back in yourself, right? Faith has been lost because you could be like having that kind of an energy, like when you feel that nobody loves you. Nobody loves you. Everybody is out there to get you. It's not the truth. And you will learn, you will understand, right? Because, and this has been happening because there has been a lot of guilt in yourself, divine masculine, towards a commitment you know you could not make because of all the reasons, which is where you're feeling that lack of security, that you don't know if fate is going to be working for you or against you. So you have to keep your faith intact. It's a test of your faith as well right now. It's a test of your faith, guys. Universe is testing you out, facade, yeah. Because there has been a lot of things that has gone wrong. Where, yeah, discovery, impasse, right? Where you were not able to discover your own self, your own truth, your own purpose in life. So that's where you will learn about faith. That how two people can have good faith upon one another in order to bring back all the happiness that they truly deserve in their life. You will learn about it. You will definitely understand. Right? Because this is where you could be feeling a little bit of that iffiness in you as well, because you're not sure that if you can find back that same love from your divine feminine once again. So here they are telling you, keep your faith intact. It will all come back to you. Right? So enjoy this reading, guys. Until I see you once again. Till then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz. And Namaste.